Jurassic Park, one of the most fascinating and exciting books of our generation, one of the most breathtaking films ever created, and one of the most disappointing film series, is back. The fourth installment, Jurassic World, has just premiered its trailer, and here it is. We open with the token children from the movie getting ready to go alone to the park, and their mother giving them a tongue-in-cheek comment about running from the dinosaurs. Can you say foreshadowing? This leads us then into the classic Universal and the legendary logos. We then see a nice shot of the boat approaching the island. Now, the writing on the boat identifies its destination as Isla Nublar, the island from the first film. And then we move into the June 12th release date. This is when things start getting a little too CGI for my taste, when we see the Jurassic World gates. They were clearly done with effects and not a real set or miniatures. It seems somewhat needless. They then do a good job of showing us some spots to give the idea that the park is fully operational and a tourist attraction, but we're seeing far too much SFX. I don't necessarily mind the dinosaurs as much, as they're looking good, and I can accept that these visuals are 7 months from completion, but we're seeing bridges and trains and stadiums that didn't need to be CGI and could have been done with more old-school props. We have a great shot here of a crocodile-like dinosaur eating a large shark, i.e. Jaws, and then the announcement of Spielberg as the producer. It's all very clever. I take issue with the next scene, though, as we have a scientist, one of the main actresses, explaining that they're creating genetically modified dinosaurs. Technically speaking, all of the dinosaurs are genetically modified and spliced with amphibian DNA, but the books do go into this a lot more. We then get introduced to Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, and he's giving us some very cheesy dialogue. This has been heavily criticized already, as if we're forgetting that the first Jurassic Park had some pretty cringeworthy lines. Chris Pratt seems to be some sort of tracker, or dino wrangler, and he sets the tone of the trailer as a suspenseful and dangerous adventure. I do want to make note of the music in the trailer, as it's a sad piano rendition of the original theme. The nostalgia factor there is incredible. More props to the editing here, as many of these scenes depict the earlier locations having been overrun by the dinosaurs. There's also some nods to the past in the next few scenes, as we see the scientists using the flare as distractions, as well as a child hiding in the shadow of a dinosaur that passes over him. We end with 2 final shots, the first being a slow shot of the film's iconic logo with the Jurassic World as opposed to Park, and we finally end with Chris Pratt riding off on a motorcycle surrounded by what looked like trained velociraptors. Overall, the trailer looks entertaining to say the least, and a marked improvement on the 2 previous films. I don't think it'll match the quality of the plot and the symbolism from the first film, but I do think that we can hope to expect an excellent and exciting adventure. The film will be released on June 12th, and you can get a reminder by following the film over at HypeBadger.